Yo, what up though? Have y'all niggas seen Sinners? I know it's a little late to be asking y'all, like, have y'all seen Sinners? Even if it won an Oscar, but I know y'all niggas ain't really like tapped in like that. So I'm gonna talk about Sinners today, right? And like forgive me if my thoughts are all over the place. I didn't write anything down. You know what I'm saying? I was watching the game, I was watching Netherlands. And then I ran back home. I was like, man, I finna do them videos, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, anyway, let's talk about Sinners, bro. Right? Starring Michael B. Jordan as twins. He plays as twins, right? Directing Ryan Coogler, right? Now, when it comes to Sinners, like that nigga Ryan Coogler, he got my respect after this film, bro. Like I ain't gonna cap. After like I watched, okay, let me tell you like how I saw Sinners, right? When it first came out, the hype, I saw the hype, I was like, man, I don't really wanna force it, I don't really wanna force it to watch it and whatever. And a couple of months passed, right? And then one day I was just scrolling through the TV, right? And then I saw that scene when they're in the crib and then like they're passing garlic around like, yo, eat this bitch, eat this bitch, right? And then I was like, holy fuck. I saw like I'm peeping this. I'm like, what? Vampires? A black movie and vampires? I was like, hold on, wait a minute. I gotta watch this, right? I went on the other side, streamed that bitch, watched it from start to finish, right? So basically, Sinners is about it's a black movie. It's a black western horror movie, right? Yeah, movie, right? And for me as a movie fan, it was a weird it was a weird it was a weird concept to have vampires and black culture together basically. You know what I'm saying? Like for real. It was weird, you know? And but like it makes sense though, you know what I'm saying? It makes sense. And like I forgot who said this when he was talking about horror movies, right? When he was talking about horror movies that are good and perfect, bro, is horror movies that are, you know, that have a like the storyline is like a it's like a line like this, right? Line like this, right? And then the horror happens, and then the horror happens is like the story going like this. You know what I'm saying? Like for example, it's like Stag and his brother whatever, trying to find whatever, and then they're in that club, they're and then the vampires pull up to the door, and then when the vampires pull up to the door, that's where the story goes like this, either like this or like this, right? But it it disrupts the line. You feel what I'm saying? And when I was watching Sinners, I got like I got invested in the story, man. I really wanted to see them like how was that club of theirs gonna work out? How are the other people, how was the whole thing gonna work out? You know what I'm saying? I was like, yeah, that nigga is right? So now let's talk about Sinners, right? Let's talk about Sinners, right? So number one, right? The I don't know if y'all niggas know the theory, right? It's a theory that the first man in music to sell their soul, right? and I forgot this guy's name and whatever. And this guy, he talks about meeting the devil on a crossroad, you know, and like shaking hands with him. And then like the devil taught him how to play guitar, those kind of skills, right? Cool. And then when I was watching Sinners, I got that. I was like, this reminds me of something, right? Cool. And when the shit starts, when the movie starts, there's this narrator, right? This girl talks about, you know, there are people with the talents that they have. It's like they have a spirit of healing people and bringing people together and stuff like that. But that gift brings and attracts evil spirits, right? Which are the vampires, right? I was like, that shit dope. You know what I'm saying? And then cool, the movie um rolls in, right? And like the kid, his pops at the church is like, let go of the guitar, son. Let go of the guitar, son. You know what I'm saying? And the kid is like, hell nah, nigga. I'm finna get this bag with this guitar and got the fuck about the church. You know what I'm saying? Which like sort of like meaning like this nigga like, worships the world more than like God and whatever. He chose the world. He didn't choose God and stuff like that, you know. And 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 kind of who's that other guy? Is this Stack's brother? Stack's brother. When I saw Stack's brother's girlfriend, right? Stack's brother's girlfriend. This nigga has a girlfriend, right? The the twin brother that has the black girlfriend, right? And this black girlfriend, bro, is like the blackest girlfriend like ever, right? Like for me as a nigga from Africa and stuff, right? When I saw that, I was like, oh shit, you got these? Like I knew of voodoo before and stuff and all that shit, right? But I knew about all of that shit, right? No cap, right? But like they like didn't show it in Hollywood like that, bro. Like for real. They didn't show that shit in Hollywood, like voodoo and all of that. You feel? So for me, from that scale, it was the first time I saw like voodoo shit and all of that. You feel? But like when I was watching the movie and then I'm seeing the nigga's girlfriend, I'm like, oh, this nigga's girlfriend is like such and such from down the road. You know what I'm saying? It's like such and such from down the road, nigga. Like for real. Like they got the beads, they got the horns with the Muti stuff in it. You walk in her room, there's like candles and essence, burning shit, motherfuckers coming through and you know coming with all types of shit. Like, yo, at night I'm having evil spirits. The lady goes like, yo, I'ma fix some shit for you. Take some herbs, put that shit together and burn it at night. That shit will help you, right? I was like, oh shit, this motherfucker is a sangoma. Like sangoma, like for real, like sango. Like kinda how you do that shit. Savoom, savoom, that shit. I was like, damn. They got their own version of sangomas over there. I was like, like that was an interesting take for me, bro. Like honestly, because like on a real, like they ain't show us none of that, bro. You know what I'm saying? They ain't show us none of that. Even with voodoo, like the concept of voodoo, I understood that when I was like way older, bro. You know what I'm saying? Way older. You feel? So I was like, when I saw that girl and stuff, uh, the other twins' girlfriend, I was like, oh yeah, that's a Sangoma right there. You know what I'm saying? And funny enough, and then the story goes on. They finally get to this, to have this place where they, you know, drinking and doing all that stuff. And then, and ooh, and like the vampire concept in this movie, like it's so fucking dope, bro. I love it. Like I love it. Like these niggas don't fly, they don't turn into bats, they don't do none of that. It's like realistic vampires. Like, vampires exist, right? Like niggas that eat people, like cannibals and all of that. Them niggas exist, right? Yeah, you feel? But like that whole concept of like, you know, after they bite you, you die for a second, and then you come back, and then when you come back, it's like you were part of a collective where, like, let me say, like, I'm a vampire, you a vampire, right? We all share memories, bro. So meaning, like, you can already, like, see what's in my mind. I can already see what's in your mind. You feel? I already know, like, your wife and your daughter and your husband and whatever. You already know my wife and my kids and all of that. You feel? I was like, damn, that's a dope ass concept to run off with. You know what I'm saying? I was like, that's dope. You know what I'm saying? And I love that scene where, like, um ooh, also, I just thought of this. It's also dope how, like, the vampires, right? How they come as white people, right? It's like white people. It's like, what I'm saying? It's not a race thing, but I'm talking about the movie though. If you the white people pull up, right? That was when shit started going left, right? The white people pull up. They who did they get first? They get the white girl, Stax's girl. They get Stax's white girl. Stax's white girl pulls up to the crib. The Stax's brother, Stax's who's that nigga? I think it's Stax. So Stax is, I'm getting them niggas like mixed up, right? That nigga is hitting them yams, right? He's hitting them yams, right? Nigga, this after that, this girl is like, she's like, she got like saliva dripping down her shit. This nigga's like, yeah, right? This girl bites this nigga, right? This nigga dies, right? His brother, like, what the fuck is up with my brother? He sees him like he's dead, right? So this bitch runs off. She runs off, right? Cool. And then they have that whole scene of like, oh shit, vampires, blah blah blah. Take the garlic, and that's where they have that whole scene, right? And then imagine you seeing like your brother die, bro. Your blood brother. At that, your twin brother, nigga, die. You see that nigga die like this, right? And then after like an hour, you hear him like banging through the door, like boop boop boop. Hey bro, open up, nigga. It's me. I'm good, nigga. Nigga, I'm good. You feel? And like the nigga trying to open up, and this nigga's girl, his girlfriend, the nigga with the Sangoma girlfriend, right, tells him like, nah, nigga, that nigga ain't your brother anymore, nigga. Your brother dead. That nigga is the devil. You know what I'm saying? So this nigga is conflicted, like, damn, bro, I just saw my brother die out here. He's banging through the door. I'm hearing him. You know what I'm saying? And out here, my girl is telling me, like, nah, that nigga dead. Like, you feel? You feel? And like I forgot what happened after that. It's been a minute since I watch the movie. I forgot what happened after that. And then fast forward, um, where like ooh yeah, and like the one of the twin brothers, right? The one that got a Sangoma girlfriend, right? And like I remember that the scene when they was in that shop where like the Sangoma chick is working and helping people out there, right? And then Michael B's like, man, that shit don't work. That all them herbs don't work, nigga. Like, what the why you keep on doing this shit, man? You know? And then the shorty's like, man, that shit work. You don't know what the fuck you talking about. You know what I'm saying? And then and then Michael B goes like, man, that shit didn't work for our son. You know what I'm saying? And then trying to say like, nah, that shit didn't work. If it had worked, our son would have been alive, alluding to that, right? And then the shorty goes like, you still have the necklace that I gave you, right? And then Michael B shows the necklace, right? It's a horn necklace, nigga, like a horn, like a Lisilo type shit, like that type of shit, you know what I'm saying? The shorty puts in some herbs in it. Cool. Fast forward later in the movie, when the movie is about to end, this nigga's brother, he's now a vampire, right? He tries to bite him, like, bring your ass here, right? He tries to bite him. He can't, bro. Like, he can't bite that nigga. He tries to bite him. He tries to get close. He's like, there's something like, I don't understand. Like, I can't just bite this nigga, right? And then, cool, they make a promise that, like, they wouldn't kill the little brother with the music playing talent and all of that. You feel? With the music playing talent and all of that. You feel? You know? And then in my mind, I was like, oh shit. I don't know, like in the movie, if like they they made it clear, like, yo, the reason why the vampire couldn't bite this nigga is because of that muti shit that girl was putting in that nigga's necklace, like the horn type, the Lisilo type of horn. You know what I'm saying? I was like, oh shit, it's them it's them spells. I was like, damn, bro, they be having that shit in the States. I was like, we ain't as different as I thought, man. Looks like we ain't as different as I thought, man. Like, on God. On God, man. Like, for real. Yeah. And what happened after that? And like, yeah, that kid with the guitar, like he got like, I don't know, 90 years old. Kept on playing, kept on playing the guitar and stuff. And um but yeah, man, Sinners is a great movie, man. And I remember like when it was coming out, you know, the people were like, man, don't watch that movie. It's a demonic movie. It's a bad movie. Man, I was like, what's with the hate, man? That shit is a good movie, man. That shit got Oscars, nigga. Like what? Like what? That shit great. Matter of fact, not just good. That shit great, nigga. You know what I mean? I mean, like, Marty Supreme is dope and all, but it ain't touching Sinners, nigga. It ain't touching Sinners. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, nigga.